What is up, YouTube? We are back. Two fans, one octagon. I know we haven't posted in a while, but life happens. Job changes for myself. Just family stuff, Easter, all that fun stuff popped up all at once. We got busy, but we are going to be more consistent moving forward. That's a promise. But today we are going to go over UFC 300, the biggest and baddest fight card we have arguably ever seen. Definitely biggest and baddest of the last few years. But we're talking 11 current or former champions on this card. Um, you know, we're gonna go right off the bat. We're gonna start with the first fight of the night, work our way to the main event. We're gonna give our breakdowns. We're gonna talk about betting on some of these. And yeah, I guess we'll start. Do you want first or you want second, Johnny? You want to start or?
Yeah, I'll start. Fuck it.
All right. First fight of the night, bantamweight bout. Davison Figueiredo versus Cody No Love Garbrandt. What you thinking, Johnny?
I have to go with Davidson. I don't know. I don't know how you can pick Cody as an underdog. I
I'm
think
going
you
to.
might, but uh, dude, I mean, Cody's last two fights were Brian Keller. I forgot his other fight where he almost got knocked out in the third round. What was that dude's name?
Jones.
Trevin Jones, I think, or I
Yep,
forgot.
Jones. And then the fight before that
Who's
was
been
when he
cut by
moved
the
down.
UFC. Yeah, he's been cut, and like honestly, to style on him for 2 rounds and be so confident, and then just a split second get touched up, and he looked fucking scared shitless. And I think Cody Garbrandt's got so much talent. He's fucking amazing, but he's got a glass chin, and that's how.
100%.
And that's exactly how I see this fight going. I mean, look at they both fought Rob Font. Look at the difference between those fights. Rob Font was just so calm, composed, beat the shit out of Cody. Davidson did exactly what Rob Font did to Cody Garbrandt. He fucked him up every round, hurt him, dropped him almost every round,
We
controlled
know
him.
UFC logic doesn't make sense though.
Yeah, I mean, Cody could catch him, but for me, I think literally Cody is probably going to be winning this fight and looking amazing until he doesn't, until he gets his chin cracked. And I think Davidson's going to get a finish in this fight.
I'm going crazy. Davison, he's very good. We all know he's a flyweight champion. Very good there. Moving up. Looked great in his first fight in bantamweight against Rob Font. But Figgy is good when he doesn't have to start the exchanges. And I think Cody, if he is patient, can use his speed, use his combos, and rock Figgy early and get him out of there. I'm going Cody Garbrandt first or second round stoppage. I think Cody is looking great. I think in his last fight, his quick burst combos looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Um, am I worried about his chin? Yes, I think he might have the worst chin in UFC. He's definitely up there. But who is? I just don't see Figgy being able to knock him out. I really don't. If anything, I think he's going to be able to out grapple Cody and win there. But Cody has great sprawls, great takedown defense. I think he can keep it standing, land his combos, and get the finish. Give me Cody. I'll take the dog on this one. I have a couple dogs on this fight card, and it has been a crazy year of dogs. So
Especially in the main event.
exactly. So give me Cody, no love by stoppage early. Moving on, lightweight bout. We got Bobby Green fighting Jim fucking Miller. This is a tough one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to say Bobby Green because just you see this matchup, and first thing I think of is, oh, Bobby Green's probably gonna knock him out, right?
He's the better fighter.
But Jim Miller is a crafty vet. coming off a win, while Bobby Green is coming off one of the latest stoppages I've ever seen. Um, he took so much unnecessary damage in his last fight against Turner that, and that wasn't that long ago. Is he going to be fully recovered? Is he coming back too soon? I'm kind of leaning that way. Um, I'm going to take another dog. Give me Jim Miller by decision.
I mean, did you hear Dana White's giving 300K
Yeah,
bonuses for?
per bonus.
I think is it finish bonuses or just bonuses for a good fight?
That's a good question. Since we chose this time to do it, I haven't had time to watch the press conference yet. I'm going to do that tonight.
Mhm.
But
Anyways, 300K is insane.
it
So,
is.
um, oh
Everyone's
my
going to be
god,
giving their
dude,
best effort.
this fight for me it just seemed like it seems like Bobby Green wins this fight like 8 out of 10 times.
That's what I'm thinking about. I just
He's
have a
just such a
feeling,
better
man.
fighter than Jim. Jim's old.
He
I
got
think,
so much damage, though,
yeah,
while he
and
was already
Bobby's
unconscious.
he's a little bit chinny, but it's like he's only chinny against Jalen Turner, Drew
Yeah,
Dober,
the biggest punchers in the division.
the hardest punchers. Man, I'm gonna go with Jim Miller
Hey,
simply off
hey.
the fact that it's UFC 300. This dude is durable as fuck.
Yep.
Jim looked really good his last fight.
Hmm.
Um, what was it? Gabriel Benitez, I think his name was.
I can look
So,
it up. Yep.
um, and he does have sneaky power. So
And he has
I,
good kicks.
I just think that the crowd is going to be hyping him up. And Bobby Green, he likes to. Bobby Green keeps his fucking hands down,
That's all he
and it's
does,
just
man.
like if Bobby Green kept his hands up in this fight, I think he
He'd be
wins
top.
it so easily.
Oh, dude, if
But he's
he
gonna.
just kept his hands up, he'd be one of the better ones in the division, maybe. He'd definitely be a ranked fighter.
It takes away from his dynamicism,
It does,
dynamicism, dynamicism
because he
when he
likes to strike
fights.
from the awkward angles.
Right, exactly. And you can't really see punches when they're at your hip or whatever, but I gotta go with Jim Miller, hopefully just like cracking him one good time and then
Yep.
either getting a sub or finishing Bobby because Bobby is gonna have his hands down with that crowd cheering and he's gonna
Hmm.
start talking shit. And Jim Miller is too crafty, too much of a vet.
See,
I don't know.
I think this fight might look a lot like that Drew Dober one, where he's just
Mm,
like, picking Dober apart and then gets confident and then boom, cracks down.
right. I just
Um,
don't know if Jim Miller's got that power, but I'm gonna pick
hey,
Jim. Fuck it.
we're in agreement. Oh, ugh. All right. Women's strawweight bout. We have Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. I think Andrade is just so inconsistent. There's some fights where she comes out and she looks like she belongs in like the top five.
Yeah.
She's hitting hard. She's getting out of the way. Then other fights, she just gets worked, man. So I don't know which Jessica Andrade we're gonna get. Marina, she, younger, newer prospect. Who did she fight again last? I don't
The
remember.
karate hottie.
Oh, the karate hottie. That's right, and she won.
Mm-hmm.
And then before that, she lost to Jandaroba, who not bad, and lost to Lemos, but both of them are top five. Beat Watterson, second round TKO.
She's got some very good
She
wins
does.
in her repertoire. So
I, I'm gonna lean. I am not betting on this one, just forewarning. Give me Marina though. I just I'm literally gonna bet on her because I do think she's good. I think Jessica Andrade is good, but I just don't know which Jessica Andrade is gonna show up on Saturday. She's so inconsistent. I'm gonna go lean towards the one who I feel a little bit more comfortable with just showing up and being at the top of her game. Give me Marina Rodriguez
all right, damn.
by decision.
I The first time I saw this fight, I was leaning Marina Rodriguez. I was going to pick Marina Rodriguez just because I think she is so much better at striking than fucking
She, I
Jessica
agree,
Andrade.
but is she going to be
Andrade,
on Saturday?
yeah, Andrade. Even though she does have power,
And she's on a 3-fight losing streak.
her hooks are telegraphed. She like marches in with her fucking face first, just waiting to get clocked with a counter or a fucking, step back with a right. But I don't think Marina's got crazy power. She's accurate. And I think that, oh my God, I just think that if Andrade can get her to the cage, hold her up against the cage, and maybe work a takedown,
I
she could
agree.
win this fight. And
I
she
agree.
could, if she's able to get into the pocket, land the harder shots.
This is what concerns me though with her. First round submission against Lemos. Huge win. Huge win. Then she goes to decision against Murphy. Then she loses to Blanchfield, Yan, and Suarez. All respectable losses, but 3 losses in a row. And then they give her Mackenzie Dern, which as long as you're competent on the ground and can defend submissions, you should beat Dern because she has no striking capabilities whatsoever. Um, I don't know, she's just so inconsistent, man. I totally understand where you're coming from. When I first saw this, I was actually opposite of you. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, give me Jessica all day. And then more I've looked into it, I just can't trust her to show up on Saturday. I just can't.
I'm going to go with Marina.
All right, never mind. I guess we're on the same page.
She's just too technical. She's going to be able
Agreed.
to, I think, just piece Jessica on the feet apart and stay at range, get out of the power punches, get out of the way of the power punches. I think
You think you thinking finish or decision? I think decision.
I don't think a finish. I think Jessica Andrade is pretty durable. I think a
Agreed.
decision,
All right, we're on the
just
same page.
more volume.
All right, Johnny, you have the last early prelim, lightweight bout, Jalen Turner, Renato Moicano. And before you go, I would just like to say one thing. This fight right here is better than most of the fight night main events we've been getting, and this is an early prelim fight.
Dude,
Just
every
let that
fight's
sink
better
in.
than a main event and the Apex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just so bad. Just let that sink in, everyone. All right, go ahead, Johnny. Jalen Turner, Money
Uh,
Moicano.
for me, I feel like I've heard a lot of arguments for Hanato because Jalen's never won a decision before. He's only
Hmm.
gotten finishes.
He got robbed
Whenever he
though.
gets dragged out in the later rounds, he gets tired and he gets worn out. But for me, Jalen is just fucking good. Jesus,
Agreed. Agreed.
even though he frustrated the fuck out of me against Dan Hooker, especially, but Dan Hooker is just a dog. All right, and
He is.
he was just I don't know. I guess Jalen should have took his time more, and I think if he fights him again, he fucks up Dan Hooker. But I'm gonna go with Jalen to finish in the first 2 rounds. I think Hanato's good, but if Hanato can't get a takedown, he's fucked.
I am in 100% agreement. I think Jalen Turner is one of the best in the division.
Mhm.
I think I think the Gamrot decision was questionable. I think Jalen Turner should have maybe 1 or 2 more losses off his record in the win column. That's just me. But yeah, later rounds he definitely does start to slow down. If he gets on the ground, he's not incompetent, but he's definitely not, strong, like super strong down there. But on the feet, he is so good at just picking his shots, picking people apart, hitting hard. I like Jalen Turner a bunch. I have Jalen Turner all day on this one.
Yep. Let's
I
not
might
overthink
stay.
it.
I might stay towards money line though, because Renato Moicano is a tough SOB. But I do think he could finish it. Renato is a tough dude.
He gets rocked,
He
but
does,
I
but
don't know.
he's tough, man.
I can't
I
see it.
know that money. All right. Moving on, featherweight bout. Sodiq Youssef versus Diego Lopez.
This is all you, bud.
This is a tough one, man. I've actually looked into this one a bunch because I don't know who I want to go with. Sadiq. So I rewatched, well, literally last night, I rewatched the Sadiq Youssef versus Edson Barbosa fight. That is an absolute banger. That is such a good fight. Sadiq rocks him early and should have finished him. Should have finished him. But I don't, just was not choosing his shots very well. Was just going, and then he wore himself out. Edson Barbosa then goes again to start, still doesn't have his feet completely under him in the second, hangs on. Then third, fourth, fifth, Edson takes over. I do think the 3-round fight benefits Sadiq
If you let
massively.
Edson take over though, at like the age that Edson is at.
Yeah. Well, Edson, he's a dog, dude. He's a dog.
Mm.
And plus, he started throwing body kicks, just draining all the energy out of Sadiq, man. It was a great fight. If you haven't watched it recently, dude, it's
I
on
have
YouTube.
I
Go
haven't
watch it.
watched it actually.
Please watch it, dude. It is an amazing fight. Amazing. I like literally think it could have been argued for fight of the year. It was so good.
Hmm.
But Diego Lopez is on a heater right now. Destroys Sabatini, destroys Tucker, and then he gave Evlov everything he could handle
Hmm.
and lost a unanimous decision. Very close. It could have gone either way. I was watching that fight. I had it for Lopez if I remember correctly back then, but it was very close. And Lopez had him in, what was it, a knee lock, and was torquing on it. And Evlev fought through it, got out of it in the first. Crazy fight also. I'm leaning towards Diego Lopez. I think Diego Lopez is a dog. I think he can take shots. I think he hits hard for this division, and he's competent on the ground. I think wherever this fight goes, Diego Lopez can compete. Sadiq Youssef, on the other hand, I haven't seen too much of him on the ground to feel comfortable against such a well-rounded fighter like Diego Lopez. And honestly, rewatching that Edson Barbosa fight and how bad he hurt Edson Barbosa and could not finish him in the first
Hmm.
was discouraging for me. So give me Diego Lopez, and I'm going by submission.
I have the exact same thought process. For me, the fight that really gets me worried about Sadiq is that Alex Caceres fight that he had. It's just
Yeah,
was
that
so
wasn't a good look either.
unimpressive, terrible look. Like I can't imagine what Diego Lopez does to Alex Caceres. I think that he probably dominates him at least for 3 rounds. Um, I'm going with Diego just off his momentum, his willingness to stand in that pocket and throw with power. Dude, I mean,
He's kind of turning into a star too.
yep, he's got a chin, and I fucking absolutely love that when he's on the ground, he is the busiest motherfucker alive. He is going for
Agreed.
a sub
He's not a
every second
boring.
he's on the
He's not a
ground.
boring grappler like a lot of fighters.
Hmm. And he looks like he's getting fucking jacked more. He's filling out.
He looks like a big boy.
I'm gonna go with Diego Lopez, and I think
All right.
300K on the line as well. I think he's gonna finish him.
Oh, I do too. All right, an agreement there. Moving on. Is this the last women's fight, right? Yeah. Oh no, I forgot about the co-main. Shame on me. All right, women's bantamweight bout. We got number 5 in the world, the grandma, Holly Holm, versus the newcomer from PFL, Kayla Harrison, making her debut. Hopefully she can make weight. Um, is this me or you? This is you. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, fuck. Well, actually, I watched the PFL. So I did see Kayla Harrison's last fight against Aspen Ladd, and she did get takedowns very easily. She's got pretty insane fucking judo. Obviously, she was a gold medal recipient.
It's that Aspen Ladd, though.
But Aspen Ladd had a lot of moments where I think she even got her back one time, or she would transition where she would get on top for a little bit or get up. She had moments. But sorry, Holly Holm's just too fucking old and too slow to
Uh,
do any of those transitions. There's no fucking way I see Holly Holm fucking competing with Kayla Harrison in the judo
unless
unless
she
she
gets
gets
a
tired.
early,
But
unless she gets like a early like I don't want to say fluky because she's very talented at striking. Boxing champion, UFC champion. Unless she can Ronda Rousey her and get like a head kick or just like some
yeah,
crazy knockout, I
you don't
don't
do that
see it
anymore.
going her way whatsoever.
No, I've seen Holly Holm against Ketlin Vieira and fucking her last fight, Marabona Silva. She's just so slow. There's no pop on her punches anymore. I think her only chance is if Kayla Harrison gets tired out from just wrestling constantly the first two rounds.
One thing I could see though, in terms of Holly Holm getting a
Hmm.
finish, a sloppy takedown by Kayla ending in like a knee or a kick up the just a front kick. As long as Kayla keeps her takedowns and hides them behind punches, I don't see her having any problem. I think her biggest
She's got
battle is going to
terrible
be making
stand-up.
weight.
Mm-hmm.
It is important to note that Holly Holm has already made it clear that if Kayla Harrison does not make weight, she is not going to fight her.
That
So,
makes sense. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it does. But just throwing that out there. So, we're in agreement here as well. Moving on, featherweight belt. We have Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. I'm going to go over my concern with each fighter, and then I will go into what I think. Calvin Kattar coming off an injury, big injury on his back leg for his stance. Also that injury has put him out for what, like a year and a half, 16 months roughly. How's he
What
gonna
was that
look?
injury?
Well,
I know it was his knee, but I want to know exactly what the fuck happened to his
Yeah,
knee. Was it
I knew
ACL?
I knew it was a knee as well, but I don't know exactly.
I watched the fight, and his knee just fucking gave out on him after it was already injured in the first round.
Towards ACL.
Yeah, that's tough. Fuck.
It is tough. And he's coming back to a grappler. And he's going to put his body weight on him and he's going to make him hold him. How healthy is that leg? How long can that leg support Aljamain's size? Also, Aljamain has bulked up incredibly well, it looks like, for this weight class. He looks huge. I did see a video of people saying that he might have staph infection on his elbow, and I did see the video. It's hard to tell. To me, it kind of doesn't look like staph infection. It just looks like scrapes and like just wear and tear. It didn't look like staph, but that is an important possibility to keep in mind. Also, Aljo's 5'7", Calvin Cater's 5'11", and he's a striker. Giving a striker that much height and reach. Well, reach is pretty close. It says an inch, but I don't know how true that is. Um, with all of that being said, I know I kind of just rambled. I think if Aljamain can get back to backpack Aljo, I think he's gonna win. I think Aljo has sneaky good leg kicks. Does he throw them like extremely often? No, but when he does, he hits hard. He has weird unorthodox striking that does get through. Um, he's obviously not the striker Cater is, but Aljo is a top tier grappler. He really is. When he gets your back, you know he's on your back until the bell rings, right? I think Aljamain Sterling wins this by decision 29-28.
I would pick. I want to pick Calvin Kattar so bad, but the thing that's making me doubt everything is that knee injury, and I think it's been like 2 years.
100%.
Dude, how many times have we seen people come back from injury and they're just slightly slower? They don't have as much pop on their shots. Their sprawling isn't as good. Because Calvin Kattar, I'm pretty sure he wrestled in college. This dude, and he was taking down Giga Chikadze. I don't know. He seems very comfortable just from the eye test. When he does get into grappling exchanges, seems super comfortable at defending and working his way in grappling exchanges. Um,
But does he shoot because it's Aljo?
no, I don't think Calvin's going to shoot on Aljo. I think
Exactly, me either.
that's the thing about this fight is I feel like Aljo has got good volume, but Calvin's not going to be afraid of any shots coming his way from Aljo because Aljo's shots don't have any pop on them.
That could
I
be
don't
the
know.
problem.
It could be a problem. It could open him up to get taken down, but I just have to go with Calvin keeping this on the feet, throwing nasty elbows, and just I don't know, out voluming Aljamain Sterling. Probably not even out voluming, but more damage. The more damaging shots are going to come from Calvin Cater. I'm going to pick Calvin Cater. Fuck it.
Okay, we are split on that one. Moving on, we have the. All right, come on, website. Let's start working. We got the prelim main event, if you want to call it that. Lightweight, or excuse me, light heavyweight bout. We got number 2 in the world, Yuri Prochaska versus Alexander Rakic, number 5 in the world. Johnny, this is you. Take us away, brother.
Yeah, I mean Rakic to me, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen his fights against Jan Blachowicz, Thiago Santos, and this dude is just fucking boring.
Yep.
And for me, this fight is going to come down to can Yuri get back up if he does get taken down, which I think he will get taken down.
And he took Anthony Smith to a decision. Like, come on, dog.
Dude, this guy's so fucking boring. And that Thiago Santos fight was close. I don't think if Thiago Santos fights fucking Yuri that it's close, but
no.
I mean, Rakic does have the avenues to win, but for me, I'm gonna pick Yuri based off of damage, being busier, even when he's on the ground, being busier. I trust Yuri's chin, even though he got sort of KO'd by Pereira, even though he looked like he got him right back up after he got, elbowed in the side of the head.
To be fair, though, when he took made that when he took that shot to take down Alex and Alex stuffed it, he took so many elbows.
He did.
Like, they were short elbows, but he took a lot of them.
He got right back up. I mean, he said that he was out, but he got right back up. For me,
he shouldn't have admitted that, but yeah.
For me in this fight, Rakic has been talking shit to Yuri. And the reporter even asked Yuri, what do you think about him calling you a fake samurai, blah, blah, blah.
Yep, I watched that interview this morning.
Yuri looks fucking... He's like hiding how pissed he is. And I think
he didn't even hide it.
The last dude you want to fucking get angry is Yuri. I can only imagine how, he's going to let his fucking hands go, throw spinning shit, and maybe he gets caught by Rakic, who's got power. And to me, he's got like rudimentary boxing. I don't even think it's that good. It's just the basics, but he's not even that good at the basics.
He's a decision merchant, bro.
Yeah, I'm picking Yuri to just out damage him and hopefully knock out Rakic.
I'm the same way. The only way Yuri loses this is if he gets just laid on and loses the decision, in my opinion. I think Yuri all day. I think Yuri is just going to keep it on his feet, be unpredictable, be just unique, because his fighting style is crazy. But it works for him, and I don't think Rakic has fought anyone close to Yuri. And you can't find training partners that mimic his style. You just can't.
And Rakic fucked up his knee.
Yeah. Give me Yuri all day. Give me Yuri by KO. And yes, I am betting on this one, and I'm betting heavy. We have Yuri as the underdog.
Yeah, I agree. I'll probably definitely bet quite heavy on that.
Your boy's gonna get rich. Jeez. All right, moving on. We have the most lopsided odds on the card. And, everyone's been questioning why has this been in the main event? And it's a very good question. We'll never know. But we got a middleweight bout. Bo Nickel, Cody Brundage. I believe this is me, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cody Brundage. Okay, I'm gonna start with him because we all know Bo Nickel. Cody Brundage wrestled in college. Did he wrestle at the same level as Bo Nickel? No, he did not. But at least he has wrestling pedigree. Is he more experienced? Yes. Has Cody Brundage looked better than he did initially when he joined the UFC? Yes, but let's be honest. Last fight was kind of fluky. Actually, it was really fluky.
The last two
He got
fights.
put
were
he got put in an arm bar and then he got a slam. You know, good on him for going for it, but you can't tell me that's not a little fluky. Bo Nickel has looked nothing short of dominant since he's been in. Has he been fighting people with the fighting level of me? Yes, he has. And Cody Brundage is a step up, but is it a big enough step up for it to really test him? I think he will be tested, but I don't think tested to a point where we're going to a decision or, we're like, oh, wow, maybe, Cody Brundage wins if they fight again. I don't think it's going to be that. I think the odds speak for itself. I think Bo Nickel might be better everywhere. I think Bo Nickel, if he throws a spinning kick and falls to the ground, that might be the only chance Cody Brundage can win. I hate to say it. Obviously, it's MMA, and he could get hit with a big strike, big kick, and it could just end the fight. Anyone can lose any fight. But skill set wise, I think Bo Nickel is going to win. I do think Bo Nickel and Cody Brundage should be the first fight of the card, not the first fight of the main card. But that's all I got to say on this one. Give me Bo Nickel. Second round finish.
I'm definitely going with Bo Nickel, obviously. But the odds for Cody Brundage are fucking insane.
They are. They really
fucking
are.
Plus 1,200 just on his money line. I'd be remiss if I, wouldn't put a couple $5 bets on that.
You gotta put at least something on odds like that, right?
Yeah, and people think it's just giving away money. I don't think so. I think if Bo Nickel wants to win this fight, he just takes down Cody Brundage and then probably subs him. But if he tries, I swear, if he tries to test out his striking.
Yeah, and there's a very good chance he tries to make a statement and it backfires. I see where you're coming from.
He's very fucking live to land a good shot on Bo Nickel and hurt him.
Do you want to hear the odds for Cody Brundage's on all of the possibilities? Cody Brundage to win by KO, TKO, DQ, plus 2,000. Cody Brundage to win by submission, plus 4,500. Cody Brundage to win by decision, plus 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy odds.
It's insane. All I keep thinking about in my head is Cody Brundage being patient against Tresean Gore, staying within himself, and cold cocking Tresean Gore with a one-punch knockout. That's all I keep seeing in my head. And yeah, I'm fucking, blurring out the shitty fights he's had against Rodolfo Vieira, Jacob Malkoun. But man, there is, for those odds, for $5, why not? Why not?
I agree completely.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to, just fucking hedge it. Hedge some of it with Bo Nickel to finish in the first 2 rounds or something like that.
Or if you want to get crazy, dude, Cody Brundage money line with Cody Garbrandt. Do a little $2 parlay. You might make some real money on $2.
I don't mind a Cody parlay.
No, I don't either. The Codys?
Fucking shit.
I might do that now we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Lightweight bout. This is a banger. This is an absolute banger. I am so excited. This is one of the ones I'm very, very excited for. I like
Is
both
it
of these fighters. I think they're
it
both dominant.
is it a
Um,
banger though?
It
it
might
might
be a
be a
roller,
roller,
but
but
let's
let's
be
be
honest, it
honest, it
might
might
be a
be a
roller.
roller.
But
But
this
this
is
is
you,
you,
dog.
dog.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I got Armin all day. I got Armin all motherfucking day in this fight. Sorry, Charles, but you looked pathetic against Islam
Islam,
Makhachev,
he did. He gave up.
bro.
Let's just keep it real with the fans. He gave up in that title fight.
Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, it's on me. It's not happening
Mhm.
twice. And Armin is maybe not as good of a striker and as clean as Islam, but he's up there, damn near in the grappling
And
He
he
is
is
and
strong
chain
strong
for
for
this
this
wrestling.
weight class. He is strong.
And I think that Armin is not going to give a fuck about Oliveira's guard or his jiu-jitsu at all. He's going to fucking smother him on the ground. And I think Armin wins this either decision, kind of like his fight against Damir Ismagulov, where Ismagulov was able to work his way back up, get dragged right back fucking down to that mat. I think Armin wins by probably decision or sub. I don't see him TKOing Oliveira. I don't rate Armin's striking that good, but yeah, he could hurt Oliveira and work his way to a sub just like Islam. I just see it just like the Islam fight, to be honest.
See, I think you're spot on. I think what makes Oliveira so dominant against most of this weight class is when these strikers, because let's be honest, the top tier lightweight bouters,
Mm-hmm.
We
we
have
have
Justin
Justin
Gaethje,
Gaethje,
we
we
have
have
Poirier.
Poirier,
We
we
have
have
strikers.
strikers.
Chandler.
Chandler, yeah,
all
all
strikers.
strikers.
Mm-hmm.
As
As
soon as
soon
they
as they
would
would
rock
rock
Oliveira,
Oliveira,
they
they
wouldn't
wouldn't
follow
follow
up
up
Yep.
because
because
they
they
were
were
scared of
scared
the
of the
ground.
ground.
Arman,
Arman,
he's
he's
not
not
going to
going
be
to be
scared of
scared
the
of the
ground,
ground,
just
just
like
like
Islam
Islam
wasn't.
wasn't.
And
And
I
I
think
think
if
if
people
people
don't
don't
respect
respect
Oliveira's
Oliveira's
ground
ground
game
game
and
and
go
go
for it,
for it,
they
they
win.
win.
Mm-hmm.
With
With
that
that
being
being
said,
said,
Oliveira
Oliveira
is
is
crafty.
crafty.
He is
He is
crafty.
crafty.
He's got
And
hands.
I
I
think
think
he
he
wants
wants
to
to
get
get
that
that
rematch
rematch
with
with
Islam
Islam
back.
back.
I've
I've
been
been
going
going
back
back
and
and
forth
forth
on
on
this
this
one a
one a
bunch.
bunch.
I
I
think he
think you
might
might
have
have
convinced
convinced
me
me
on
on
Armin.
Armin.
Um, I
I
do
do
think
think
Oliveira
Oliveira
can
can
catch him
catch him
with a
with a
sneaky
sneaky
submission
submission
if he
if he
does
does
follow
follow
up,
up,
though.
though.
Just
Just
saying.
saying, I think
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
say
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go with
go with
Armin,
Armin,
but if
but if
Mhm.
Charles
Charles
Oliveira
Oliveira
slips a
slips a
triangle
triangle
choke,
choke,
that
that
is
is
kind of
kind of
what
what
I'm
I'm
thinking is
thinking is
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
But
But
I
I
am
am
gonna
gonna
go
go
Armin.
Armin.
I
I
think
think
it's the
it's the
safer
safer
bet.
bet.
I
I
think
think
he's
he's
kind
kind
of
of
just
Right.
super
super
well
well
rounded,
rounded,
young,
young,
hungry,
hungry,
has
has
shown
shown
his
his
striking,
striking,
has
has
shown
shown
his
his
grappling.
grappling.
He's
He's
looked
looked
dominant
dominant
essentially
essentially
against
against
everyone
everyone
but
but
Islam.
Islam.
I do. I think only Charles wins by a TKO, like a nice left hook.
There's a
There's a
very
very
good
good
chance of
chance of
that
that
as
as
well.
well.
I
I
just
just
don't
think
think
see him
I think
outgrinding
Armin's
Armin's
gonna
gonna
Armin.
catch
catch him.
him.
You think what?
I think
I think
Armin's
Armin's
gonna
gonna
catch
catch
him,
him,
follow
follow
up,
up,
and
and
that's
that's
why I
why I
said
said
I
I
think
think
Oliveira,
Oliveira,
if
if
he
he
wins,
wins,
it's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
by
by
triangle
triangle
because
because
I
I
do
do
think
think
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
get
get
clipped.
clipped.
Gotcha. It could
Not
happen.
respecting, not
Not
respecting
respecting
Armin's
Armin's
game
game
on
on
his
his
feet
feet
since
since
he
he
just
just,
beat
beat
Poirier
Poirier
and
and
Gaethje. I
Gaethje. I
think
think
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
be
be
like,
like,
well,
well,
if I
if I
can
can
handle
handle
their
their
striking,
striking,
I
I
can
can
handle
handle
Armin's,
Armin's,
and
and
Armin's
Armin's
gonna
gonna
catch
catch
him
him
and
and
then
Right.
then
follow
follow
it
it
up.
up.
Let me just
Give
add
me
one more
Armin.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I have to go with Armin too because he's not like these fucking morons who like get lazy with their. Other than his fight against Joaquin Silva, where he was overconfident and got hit with that left hook. Usually, Armin is locked in the entire fight, just like Islam mostly is. They're
Agreed.
always responsible defensively. They're always responsible with their footwork, everything. I just don't see it. I don't see Oliveira winning.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
say
Armin's
Armin's
gonna
gonna
win, but
win, but I will say
I
I
will be
will be
rooting for
rooting for
Charles
Charles
Oliveira.
Oliveira.
Of course, I'll be rooting for dude. I'll be so happy if he knocks him the fuck
Same,
out.
same.
Same.
Okay,
Okay,
moving
moving
on.
on.
We
We
got
got
the
the
people's
people's
main
main
event.
event.
We
We
got
got
the
the
fight
fight
when
when
other
other
fighters on
fighters
the
on the
card
card
were
were
asked
asked
about
about
are they
are they
going to
going to
go
go
for
for
fight of
fight
the
of the
night?
night?
They're like,
They're like,
no, I'm
no, I'm
going for
going for
performance
performance
bonus
bonus
because
because
they
they
know
know
this
this
is
is
most
most
likely going
likely
to
going
be
to
the
be the
fight of the
fight of the
night.
night.
We
We
have
have
two
two legends. We have two people who are always game. We have two dogs going at it for the baddest motherfucker belt. This might be the most, suiting two people for the BMF belt that we've had. With that being said, give me Max Holloway. I think Gaethje's power is overrated. I do. I think he has great leg kicks. I think he hits. Like, let's go. Who has he dropped? And one punch knockout in his career? Like no one.
Edson Barbosa.
And Gaethje with a head kick.
James Vick. I think his name's James Vick.
Okay, I could knock out James Vick.
Yeah, those guys
let's be
are.
real.
Yep.
And old ass Cerrone. We have Patty. Patty basically did the same thing to Ferguson. I'm trying to think. Like Gaethje couldn't put away Ferguson.
So he did, but I mean, it was an accumulation of just fucking damage. It wasn't dropping.
It was a ref stoppage in the 5th.
Yeah.
I think his power is overrated, and I think Max is the better technical fighter. He's going to put on more output. I think his leg kick. Max has good leg kicks as well. I think he has better footwork. I think he has better head movement. I think. Do I think Gaethje has more power than Max Holloway? Yes, I do. But I don't think Gaethje's power is going to matter to the point where he can finish Max Holloway. Max Holloway, I think, has the output to do it for 5 rounds. I think Max Holloway has the output to really just keep Gaethje on his back foot. I think Max Holloway is going to put on a clinic. I really do. Give me Max Holloway by TKO in the 4th.
Oh my god. I'm probably just gonna go Max for decision, but dude, for me, I agree. I think Max is so much more technical than Gaethje. I think Max does a great job. I was rewatching, I think the Korean Zombie fight. He does a great job covering up, putting both of his arms up, and that's Gaethje's bread and butter is hooks, just fucking hooks constantly.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I like about Max too is if you throw a punch at him, you're getting one back.
Yeah.
Always. And he's not just going to be like jab. Jab. He throws combos. He works the body. Give me that. Give me Max all day.
Yeah, I just, dude, I mean, the pathway is clear for me for Max. I just think that he's got to bring the fight to Gaethje. Gaethje does get tired.
Mm-hmm.
Gaethje does get wobbled in his fights. Bad sometimes.
Really bad sometimes.
And Max has cardio for days. Motherfucker's durable as shit. It's just, are his volume punches gonna be doing enough damage to Gaethje to wear him down? And I'm gonna have to say that Max is smart, and he's been looking really fucking smart in his last couple fights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go with
He's still getting better, man. Max is still getting better.
He's younger. I think he's 4 years younger than Gaethje.
Yeah. And one thing I would like to add to Gaethje as well is I think there's an argument he lost against Fiziev.
Damage wise, I don't think so.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, Johnny, you got the Chinese bout. Women's strawweight title bout. We got Weili Zhang versus, and I'm gonna apologize now, Yan Xiaonan. I think I pronounced it right, but I'm not positive.
No, you did. Dude, I don't think it was MMA Guru, but it was a couple other YouTubers I watched that are picking Yan Xiaonan as an underdog. And for me, like, bro, I'm one of her biggest fans, and I've made a lot of money off of her, especially against Mackenzie Dern. Jessica and Josh, too. But, like, dude, Zhang looked so incredible in the grappling against a man, like, literally whenever she wanted, getting takedowns. Her transitions were fast as fuck. And I know that Jan's been working on her takedown defense with Team Alpha Male, but bro, you cannot stop Zhang. I don't think she's going to be able to stop that relentlessness. I got Zhang to to definitely probably get a sub eventually or a TKO on the ground. I'm rooting for Jan, but I just think there's no way this is staying on the feet. There's absolutely no chance in my eyes.
I
I
think the
think the
first
first
round
round
might,
might,
and
and
then
then
after
after
that,
that,
no.
no.
I
I
think
think
they
they
might
might
both
both
just
just
fill
fill
each
each
other
other
out,
out,
test
test
where
where
their
their
capabilities
capabilities
are
are
and
and
where
where
they
they
stack
stack
up
up
against each
against each
other
other
on
on
the
the
feet.
feet.
And
And
then
then
Whaley
Whaley
starts
starts
to
to
shoot
shoot
takedowns.
takedowns.
I just don't think,
I just don't see
any
any
strawweights right
strawweights right
now
now
that
that
can
can
beat
beat
Whaley.
Whaley.
I
I
think
think
she's
she's
just
just
so
so
dominant
dominant
and
and
well rounded.
well-rounded.
Yep.
Little
Little
muscle
muscle
hamster.
hamster.
Like
Like
she's
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 Jan,
just
just
levels
levels
ahead of
ahead of
these
these
other
other
strawweight
strawweight
women,
women,
man.
man.
Jan
Jan
is
is
very
very
good. I
good. I
think
think
she's
she's
number
number
2 in
two
the
in the
division
division
for
for
sure.
sure.
in the stand up, but she did what she was starting to lose the fight against Mackenzie Dern late in the third round
Mm-hmm.
and close to getting finished, which I fucking do not like that at all. You should dominate fucking Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah, she
She
can't
can't
strike at
strike at
all.
all.
Mm-hmm.
At
At
all.
all.
All
All
right,
right,
so
so
we're
we're
in
in
agreement
agreement
on
on
this
this
one.
one.
All
All
right.
right.
And then
And then
I
I
get the
get the
main
main
event.
event.
All
All
right.
right.
Light
Light
heavyweight
heavyweight
bout.
bout.
We
We
got
got
the
the
current
current
champion,
champion,
Alex
Alex
Pereira.
Pereira.
And
And
we
we
have
have
Jamal
Jamal
Hill,
Hill,
who
who
was
was
champion
champion
and
and
then
then
let
let
his
his
title
title
go
go
because he
because he
got
got
injury.
injury.
He
He
never
never
lost
lost
it.
it.
He
He
gave it
gave it
up.
up.
I
I
like
like
this
this
matchup.
matchup.
Alex,
Alex,
ever
ever
since he
since he
got on
got
the
on the
scene,
scene,
he's
he's
just
just
knocking
knocking
people
people
out.
out.
He's
He's
just
just
looking
looking
dominant.
dominant.
He
He
looks
looks
powerful.
powerful.
He
He
looks like
looks
he
like he
might
might
be
be
the
the
best,
best,
like
like
one
one
punch
punch
guy in
guy
the
in the
UFC,
UFC,
arguably.
arguably.
Definitely at
Definitely
this
at this
weight
weight
class,
class,
maybe.
maybe.
Jamal
Jamal
Hill,
Hill,
though,
though,
he
he
makes it
makes it
dirty.
dirty.
He
He
throws
throws
hard.
hard.
He
He
throws
throws
volume,
volume,
and
and
he's
he's
unpredictable.
unpredictable.
Like
Like,
what he
what he
did to
did to
Johnny
Johnny
Walker
Walker
will
will
never
never
be
be
forgotten
forgotten
from
from
my
my
brain.
brain.
I
I
just
just
sometimes
sometimes
will
will
just
just
see
see
him
him
falling
falling
like a
like a
tree
tree
on
on
repeat in
repeat
my
in my
head
head
for
for
just
just
out of
out of
nowhere.
nowhere.
I'm
I'm
just
just
like,
like,
oh
oh
my
my
god.
God.
With
With
that
that
being
being
said,
said,
he
he
tore
tore
his
his
Achilles.
Achilles.
He
He
came
came
back.
back.
He's
He's
coming
coming
back
back
9 months
9 months
after
after
he
he
tore it.
tore it.
That's crazy.
Achilles injuries,
Injuries,
no
no
matter
matter
what
what
sport, no
sport, no
matter
matter
even if
even
it's
if
a
it's a
sport,
sport,
if you're
if you're
just a
just a
normal
normal
person and
person
you
and you
tear it,
tear it,
that
that
freaks
freaks
me
me
out.
out.
That is
That
like
is
one
like
of
one
the
of the
worst
worst
injuries you
injuries you
can
can
get.
get.
Sure, the
Sure, the
surgeries
surgeries
and
and
the
the
PT
PT
have
have
came a
came a
long
long
way, and
way,
we
and we
have
have
seen
seen
athletes in
athletes in
certain
certain
sports
sports
come
come
back
back
and
and
be
be
productive,
productive,
in
in
less
less
than a
than a
year.
year.
But we're
But we're
talking
talking
fighting,
fighting
and
and
not
not
just
just
taking a
taking a
fight. We're
fight. We're
talking
talking
taking
taking
a
a
championship
championship
bout,
bout,
going
going
straight
straight
head
head
first
first
into the
into the
deep
deep
end
end
after
after
your
your
injury.
injury.
I
I
will
will
say,
say,
if
if
Jamal
Jamal
Hill
Hill
was
was
fully
fully
healthy,
healthy,
I
I
would
would
pick
pick
him.
him.
I
I
really
really
would.
would.
But
But
I
I
am
am
nervous,
nervous,
especially
especially
with
with
how
how
Alex
Alex
throws
throws
those
those
leg
leg
kicks.
kicks.
It's
It's
freaking me
freaking me
out
out
thinking
thinking
about it.
about it.
With
With
that
that
being
being
said, give
said, give
me
me
Alex
Alex
by
by
finish.
finish.
Probably in
Probably in
the.
the.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
with
with
the
the
third.
third.
Yeah, I like Jamal Hill. Obviously, dude. I think he was born in Chicago, Illinois. Represent. But anyways, um, dude, Jamal Hill has got a fucking gut. I swear on the embedded and
He always
Always
kind of
kind of
does,
does
though.
though, you know.
no, but this one's bad. Like he just does not look like he is in peak top fight ready shape for a fucking 5 rounder main event against an absolute dog. The way I see this fight going is if Jamal doesn't initiate some sort of grappling like Jan Blachowicz did,
Yep, I
Yep,
was
I was
thinking the
thinking the
same
same
thing,
thing,
dude.
dude.
because
Same
Same
thing.
thing.
You
dude,
You have to
that
at least
fuck,
make him think about it.
that fight that Jan did, if he didn't get tired, bro, I think that was like picture perfect for what you got to do to Alex Pereira. He had no pop, he had nowhere near the pop in his shots in the second and third round when Jan took him down and got his back. He was fucking, you could visibly tell that dude's muscles were heavy as fuck, especially at this higher weight class.
I
But
will say
there's,
one thing that makes me nervous though, Johnny,
and
mm,
and tell me what you think
about
about
this.
this.
I
I
think
think
Alex
Alex
Pereira
Pereira
might be
might be
overlooking him
overlooking
a
him a
little bit
little
with
bit
all
with all
this
this
301
301
talk.
talk.
301. Oh,
Because
I
he's
mean,
He's
like, I
like, I
want to
want to
knock
knock
out
out
Hill and
Hill
be
and
on
be on
301 as
301 as
well.
well.
I think, I mean, to be honest, dude, if Jamal Hill really wants to stand up with Pereira, I think this could look exactly like Sean Strickland. where it's like he's been looking good against, fucking dudes that it's striking's not their fucking
Yeah.
MO. It's not their fucking passion. Um, he's gonna get knocked the fuck out. I think.
Yeah.
You don't. You might have a chin with these other dudes. Don't test it with fucking Alex Pereira. Don't even try that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
difficulty
difficulty
of
of
schedule
schedule
is
is
nothing
nothing
crazy.
crazy.
I'll
I'll
read
read
it to
it to
you.
you.
Saint
Saint
Peru,
Peru,
Paul
Paul
Craig,
Craig,
which he
which he
lost.
lost.
Crute,
Crute,
Walker,
No
Walker,
chin. Johnny Walker,
Santos,
no
and then
chin. Thiago
Glover.
Santos, old as fuck. Can't even make it in the PFL. It's like, dude, I don't think he understands. And people keep saying he's got power. Dude, he couldn't even like drop cleanly Glover Teixeira. It was
The only
mostly just
reason
volume.
most of the people who say his power is just because they have that Walker KO in their mind.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong, he could land that
Also,
just like
he also
Adesanya did, but
destroyed Crute. He beat Crute in 50 seconds, but that's not it's Crute.
I
But
just
still,
don't see it.
50
I
seconds.
want Jamal Hill to win, but golly, this is a fucking mountain you got to
Yeah,
climb.
I
boy.
really like Jamal Hill too. It's just crazy, man. His toughest matchup by a mile, in my opinion,
Mhm.
is when he's coming off an Achilles injury. Like that is just in my head, I can really not think of a worse scenario.
Right. The thing is, like you said, like he always has a little bit of flub, and I loved his transitions against Glover Teixeira. He got taken down
Mhm.
and literally just got back up, and that's what I'm
That Derek
thinking. He's
Lewis
got.
mentality.
I swear, I swear, this guy's probably got some sneaky ass ground wrestling game that we don't know about to an extent, and I think he might go for a clinch with Pereira and maybe try to take him down.
He's
That would
been
be
training with Aljo.
Yep, there you go. I'm gonna still go with Pereira to knock him out because I think
Me
Jamal
too.
Hill trying to
Me too.
prove that he can stand up with him, which, bro, you're gonna get knocked out like Strickland did, I think.
Wow. I agree. This is gonna be a banger. All right. And just for you degenerates out there, we're gonna give you each a parlay.
Oh, I don't even know. Fuck.
And this is how we do it on this podcast. Johnny usually gives you guys a conservative, a well thought out one, and then I give you guys the heavy hitting one that a little bit more risk, but way more possibility of a high outcome. So with that being said, I'll go first. Give me Cody Love, Cody Garbrandt, by knockout. And I'm going to pair that with give me a Yuri knockout. Two dogs. And then we'll top it off with another dog. Give me a Max Holloway money line.
So who'd you pick again? Max Holloway, Yuri, and
Max
Cody.
Holloway money line. Yuri finish. I would do a double chance here with finish. With probably decision slash TKO, because I don't think Yuri's going to get a submission on him. And then I would round it off with a Cody Garbrandt knockout.
That's probably got absolutely insane odds, but
I can punch it in and tell you exactly. While you create yours. And my odds that I will be sharing with you guys on this parlay will be via DraftKings.
to be honest, I mean, I got to go with Jalen. I think that he's a really good, just the money line. Just the money line. I'm not trying to fuck with because I think even if it does go to decision, he might be able to do more damage and bag in the first 2 rounds. I'm going with Diego Lopez. I just think that dude's. I love picking dogs in a parlay. Guys that I can trust that when the going gets tough, they're gonna fucking fight for my money.
Oh, agreed.
And then the one underdog I'll pick to go along with that is Yuri. Again, another guy that's gonna fight for my fucking dollar. And you don't piss off. You don't call him a fake samurai. Good
No,
luck.
No, you definitely don't.
That
That
is
is
a
a
mistake.
mistake.
Yeah.
So, anyone who is curious.
So
So I punched in DraftKings. Cody Garbrandt win by knockout. Yuri to win by knockout. Max Holloway to win by TKO, DQ, KO, all of them. That would put you at plus 14,460.
Oh my God. Jesus.
I'm
I'm putting $5 on it with a possible return of investment of 728.
I
I told you, I'm the heavy hitter, fellas.
With
With
that
that
being
being
so-
said, thank you. Oh, wait, go ahead, Johnny.
You said Cody Garbrandt.
Mm-hmm.
You
Finish.
said Cody Garbrandt to
Then
finish.
Yuri.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did all by knockout.
Or
Or
TKO.
TKO.
Oh my God.
Cody
Cody
Garbrandt,
Garbrandt, Yuri, and Max. And I think that's very realistic. Very possible.
All by KO TKO.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're talking $300,000 bonus, man. We're gonna see some finishes.
I mean, why not? Fuck it.
I put 5 on it. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. My name is Brandon. This is Johnny. And we are two fans, one octagon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell us what fight you're most excited for. And I'm just curious. Put in the comments Max or Justin. Because that's the fight I'm most looking forward to. And I want to see what the people are thinking is going to happen. With that being said, leave a like, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys after UFC 300 to talk about the results. Thank you guys so much for watching.